Okay, in this video we're going to go a little further with compare to. One problem with compare to is, let's say I have apple for string 1 and lowercase apple for string 2, right? So, and I run this using, is S1, what is S1 compared to S2? If I run this, it's going to say apple, capital A, is less than apple, lowercase a. And a lot of times, and the reason is because in programming languages, letters are just related to numbers, and a capital A and a lowercase a are different values, right? So it has to determine which one is greater than or less than the other. A lot of times, however, you don't really care that the one is capitalized and one is lowercase, just like when you're saying are two strings equal. So fortunately, there, just like with dot equals, there is a method for compare to that is the same thing, and it's compare to ignore case. So now if I use compare to ignore case with apple and apple, one capitalized, one not, right, it's going to tell me the strings are equal. Just like if I have apple and banana here, it's going to tell me that apple is less than banana. And that's regardless of whether I make it capital or lowercase, right? I could change that to uppercase and switch it, and it's still going to tell me apple is less than banana. So a lot of times when we are sorting, we may not care about capitalization. So compare to ignore case is going to be more useful for that. So again, just as a reminder, just like in compare to, if you use compare to ignore case and you get a 0 back, then your strings are equal. If you get a positive number back, then the first string, this one, S1, is greater than S2. And otherwise, if you get a negative back, then S1 is less than S2. Now, I just created this variable value only so in each of the conditions I wouldn't have to type S1 compared to, but I could take this S1 dot compare to, and I could put that right here, right? I could do it right in my conditional statement. But to do this, let's say it was less than 0, it would have to calculate it once and see that it's not equal to 0. Then it would, and if I pasted it here too, it would have to calculate it again to see it's not greater than a 0. And then it would drop through. So it saves me one call to that method by just doing it with a variable in here, because then I only have to make this call to compare to ignore case one time.